Hello and welcome, crafty friends. Today I have a really fun project. This was inspired by 507 Willow House Journals. I just absolutely loved this idea. These are the easiest page pockets I have ever made. And, all of them are actually pretty easy, but this one is just effortless, really. It was such a fantastic idea. And what I did was I just took a piece of dictionary page and I cut it. And then I just kind of measured it to see what it was. And there's the measurements for you all to see. But you can just make these any size at all. It doesn't really matter. But here I'm just folding it down for my little insert to go in to make the pocket here. And I'm going to glue it down real well just on the very inside. And you want to be sure, that you keep your glue on just your folded part there so that nothing gets tacked down by accident. But yeah, these were so easy. Gosh, you could just make these by the tons and really fast. So of course I got to get all of the little ends glued down. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to ink it up real quick. So I got it all inked up there. And here is the washi tape. I forgot to tell you on the last video when I did the scrapbook store that this was the washi tape that I picked up. It is from AALL and Create. It is called Free the Bird. That is the name of it. And it's the little bit wider tape, but boy was it pretty. I had so much fun looking through all those washi tapes. It was really hard just to pick one because they were all beautiful, every one of those that I looked at. So I, of course, dug out the Tim Holtz, his faux age tape there. I tell you, that is so much easier than even making your own. They weren't that expensive. Now, they may have gone up in price now, but back when he first came out with them, they were very reasonable. And so it was just a lot easier and less messy to buy his than to even make your own. And anyway, I'm going to reinforce these edges just a little bit just because it's an older book page. I don't think it would rip, but I'm going to reinforce a little bit with the aged tape and give it that nice aged look and reinforce at the same time. I'm just adding a little bit of coffee dyed paper just to kind of strengthen the back of it a little bit. I will probably use this as a floating pocket more than likely. And so I just wanted to sturdy up the back a little bit. Now I'm going to be using that ephemera there from Prima. It is also what I picked up at the scrapbook store there in Branson, Scrapbooks Forever, the Time Travelers. And that's what I'm going to be using. I did dig out a Tim Holtz Little Girl just in case I decided to use her in one of them. But yeah, I've just dug out all kinds of little pieces of scrap that I had. I have a little basket just full of scraps. And so I dug those out, and I'm just going to uh, begin to layer my little pieces here to give some decoration to the pocket. So I'm trying really hard not to overthink the process here. I want this to be quick and easy without putting a lot of thought, into every piece I grab. I did use the little guy with the bird. There were several different ones that had the birds, holding the birds. And anyway, those are my cutest ones, the ones that I like really well in the package of Time Travelers. Of course, that, as I told you in the last video, that is the whole reason why I bought the pack, was just because of this little guy here. And anyway, they're just really cute. And these are really easy to work with. They're just not so thick. They're a little more pliable, bendable, and they don't have that glossy shine. So I do like that about these. Now I wanted to make sure that my glue wasn't seeping through and have that pocket all closed. But this here is just I think I got them from maybe Temu or Taperology or somewhere like that. I've got a ton of them. They came in a really big package. And so I just grabbed one of those to try to use some of those up because I have so many of those. They need a home. They need to find places to stick on for sure. Well, I think that one's finished and it looks just fine to me. And then these here, I didn't use the cutting board to cut these. I just ripped these with the ruler. So, and I ripped both of them at the same time. Uh, so that's how quickly you can go through these. You could probably have done, I could have probably done 4 layers of these just using the ruler. So I'm going to make a left hand fold and then I'm going to make a right hand fold. So that way, whichever way of the paper I put it on, you know, I have one for either side. And this one here, I'm showing you, I folded it just a little different this time. Instead of putting the long flap on the outside, I put the long flap on the inside. So you could kind of do this either way. Like here is how I originally did the first ones there. But I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to make the pocket go this way this time. So that's how easy it is. I mean, gosh, guys, you could just push these out so quickly. Definitely a mass make, a quick and easy mass make. But anyway, I'm going to trim those edges there a little bit. But I just wanted to show you a different fold. I'm not going to decorate those two on camera. But I just wanted to show you the other fold that you can make. But I did want to use a piece of this brown paper packing. So I'm going to glue these two sides together to give it a little more thickness there. And just a little more sturdiness. And then we will fold it up and make our little pocket. So I'm really liking the brown packing paper pocket there. I like the wrinkliness, just the sloppiness of the look. It'll go great in one of the little grungy junk journals or just like maybe a trashy junk journal. Yeah, I really like that. I had watched a video, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and I actually even posted some of them that I watched to Sophie's Notes. And they were just different ideas and different ways that you could use your packing paper because we all get so much of it in the mail. And it's really hard to throw away because it is really great paper. So most of us don't throw it away. We keep it. And so we need to find uses for it. So anyway, there are a lot of videos out there using and how to use your brown packing paper. So I'm going to just start figuring out which one of these guys I want to use. And yeah, I think she's the one that's going to work. She's just tall enough. And I'm just going to start layering again. And once again, I'm trying not to overthink it. I know it's hard, but I'm trying not to do that. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the one thing I have to get in my head is it doesn't have to be perfect. That's just part of the process. Well, I like how she's turning out. I really think that, yeah, I think she looks good. That washi tape, I sure am happy with it. I'm glad I bought it. It just really makes that pop because of the scarlet or burgundy color that has in it. It just is a really nice washi tape. And I need to trim that lace a little bit. I sure didn't do a very good job at trimming it out when I was cutting it out of that little remnant I had. But yeah, look at that desk over there. My goodness. What a mess. No more than what I've crafted today. I sure did make a big one. Oh, but I guess that's part of the process. That's the fun in it. Oh my goodness. I have missed crafting, and And I went to the kitchen table hoping that the bigger space, it being a little brighter, that it would help me, get some of that mojo back, some of that inspiration back. It's a terrible feeling when you're just not inspired. And, it just doesn't seem like anything you do will help out with the problem. So hopefully, though, that just being in a bigger space will help me some and not kind of cramped up in a small room. And a little window. I've got the patio door there and the sun shining through. So anyway, guys, I hope that that solves my problem. Oh goodness, but I really have missed crafting. I really have. Well, that's going to finish it up for this craft with me. I hope that you enjoyed the process as much as I did. These sure were so much fun to make. I hope you give them a try. And I will catch you all in the next video.